Everyone, this is Kevin Fernandez with L2 Mindset. Love yourself, lead yourself. And no, I haven't been on here in the last couple of weeks, and that is because I was taking some personal time. I spent 2 weeks in my beautiful island back home in Puerto Rico. The first 3, 4 days I spent with my mastermind group at my mastermind retreat in Puerto Rico, the first ever L2 Mindset retreat in Puerto Rico. It was a blast. It was a great experience. And that is part of what I want to talk to you about, not about the retreat itself, but I want to talk to you about the process, what I went through to make sure that that was a successful event, that I had a successful outcome, and all the different things that went into creating something from scratch. I know a lot of you may have ideas, whether it's a business, whether it's a retreat, whether it's a new project, whatever it is, you may have something that you want to bring into life, bring into fruition. And like me, you may find yourself a little nervous, a little scared, a little stuck, letting fear get in the way. For a long time, I thought about doing a retreat and I couldn't get myself to do it. I just kept thinking, who's going to sign up for this? What are people going to pay for this? Like, what am I going to bring to the table there? And so a lot of these thoughts don't really make sense, right? Because I do know I can bring a lot to the table. I do know I bring a lot to the table. I do know that every time I commit to something and I do something, I'm always going to do whatever it takes to over deliver. So I know this. So why do we get in our heads at times and let fear get in the way of us moving in the direction of what we truly want to accomplish and do? And so I decided, let's go for this. I'm gonna do this. I have an aunt in Puerto Rico. She's an event planner. I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, who better to do it than with family? So I contacted her. I'm like, hey, here's my idea. Here's what I want to do. Go back and forth over weeks, and I don't see the registrations coming in fast enough. I start getting nervous again. I'm like, man, I told you that this was not a good idea. Like, who's gonna sign up for this? Why are you doing this? And so there were so many ups and downs throughout this whole experience that caused me to doubt a lot of times. It caused me to even have conversations with myself and even my event planner about, should I pull the plug on this? Is it worth to keep going down this path? Like, I don't want to lose a bunch of money on this. But here's the reality: everything you want to do takes risk. Everything you want to do takes risk. The bigger the idea, the bigger the project, the bigger the risk, most often, right? So you need to ask yourself, how committed am I to bringing this into fruition? Right? I always ask people, when you have a big vision for something, when you're excited about something, there's only two questions that you need to ask yourself if you are to pursue it and really commit and go all in on it. The first question is, am I able? Am I able to do this? The answer to that is yes. I knew I could do it. I knew I could get people down there. I knew I could deliver a great experience. I knew I could deliver great content. I knew that. So, am I able? Yes, check that box. The second question, though, is the one that gets most people, that almost got me. It's gotten me in the past. It almost got me again here, but I didn't let it. And the second question is, am I willing? Am I willing to do whatever it takes? Am I willing to experience all the emotions, the roller coaster, all the uh, negative, what feels like negative at times, the stress? Am I willing to handle all of that, push through it, so that I can get to that successful outcome that I envision? That is the hard part. So when you have a big goal that you're trying to go after, you have to truly, truly trust yourself. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. Your intuition never lies, never. And even when a situation turns out to be different than what you had envisioned in the first place, it does not mean that your intuition failed you. Maybe it turned out better. Most likely it did. Better does not mean bigger, more profitable. Those are good things. Being more profitable is good. But better could also be that people got a better experience because you had a smaller group and you had a bigger impact on them because you were able to spend more time with each individual and they were able to connect and bond at a different level than if you had, say, 1,000 people or 10,000 people, right? If you go to a conference and there's 1,000 people running around, you really don't get to build those bonds with everybody, right? So maybe having something more intimate, it's an opportunity to really build solid relationships and the start of something beautiful that could lead to who knows what, amazing business opportunities, amazing friendships. There's no limit to what could happen from a conversation. And so if you have something in your heart that you know you want to bring to the world, stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating. There is nothing to lose. Even if you lose money, you don't lose. It's an experience. You learn, you're better for it. You can perform at a higher level moving forward. So, what are you going to do today to make sure that whatever seed is in your heart for that big idea that you've been procrastinating on, you take action on? If you are listening to this and you know this is something that I've been sitting on for the last week, month, year, decade, this is your sign right now to get off the sidelines and start playing the game. Start playing. Stop playing small. Start thinking big. Start acting big. Start going big. Your life will not get better by chance. Nobody's going to come in and save you. Nobody's going to come in and say, hey, you know that idea? We should go take action on it. They don't know about it. You need to execute. You need to execute. Bring that idea to the world. The world needs your passion. The world needs your leadership. The world needs you to be all you can be. Imagine what the world would look like if everybody took action, inspired action on what was in their heart, on any ideas that they wanted to bring out to the marketplace or to the world in general. Any books, any podcasts, any YouTube channels, any retreats, projects, whatever it is, businesses. Stop delaying the dream. Only thing that happens is you get older and somebody else might scoop in and execute on your idea. There is no positives for procrastinating. Trust yourself, believe in yourself, execute. When I say L2 mindset, love yourself, lead yourself. That's all about trusting yourself. Trust yourself. Then lead yourself to take the action that feels scary. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Think about your vision. Think about what you're passionate about, what you want to bring to the world. Feel the fear and do it anyway. This is Kevin Fernandez with L2 Mindset. Hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to y'all soon.